Hello, I'm Gux, Gooks, or Gookex, and I like to blatantly copy the Eli-Pace video format and kill everybody in Air Arcade. Now, in most video games, people tend to get salty when they lose, but this applies especially to War Thunder. Arcade players will get mad at you for using psychological warfare, spawn camping, and killing everybody, while realistic players will get mad at you for playing arcade. I don't know, man. Today, we will be looking into this game I had in the AV8C. Now, just looking at stats, 17 to 2. Not all that special, considering I hit a 20-0 a couple weeks ago. Go check out that video for a more detailed description on how to play the AV8C. What makes this special is today's two antagonists, Baker9391 and Haupin. Usually only one person gets mad at me. While playing, the game hid like half of the messages from me, so I really only saw how funny this game ended up being once I checked the server replay. Here are the chat logs, and I accidentally screenshotted these while viewing the other team's POV, so red is my team and blue is the enemy now. I bring these guys up for two reasons. First, Baker9391 says my actions in this game will cause me to not go to heaven. Now, I'm not religious or anything, but last I checked, only God could say that. And so this obviously means I'm fighting God on the other team, who also crashed into the ground 3 times. Second, Baker9391 goes 0-5, crashing into the ground 3 times. And he also gets clowned on Haupin later for having 0 kills. Also not to mention, halfway through the game, this is the ticket situation, and it's still a 7v7, so pretty equal player-wise. However, this is what it looked like at the end of the game, which we won. So obviously, they got pretty mad. So now I'll show you what I did to make them so mad. Now, I play the AV8C, meaning my goal is to rocket ship up to space and lob AIM-9Gs at their entire team. The AV8C is one of the most broken planes at its BR, due to its ability to use 9Gs against Sabres and MiG-15s, not to mention super down tiers. Again, watch my previous video to learn more. However, their rage is pretty warranted, since the entire playstyle with this jet is to very subtly rage bait them by sitting on top of their spawn and killing them from 4 kilometers away with overpowered 18G missiles that they have no hope of dodging, while they slowly respawn in worse and worse planes that are just more susceptible to the missile. And also at the same time, I keep them respawning by staying close but just out of reach, so they think if they just spawn in one more time, they can kill me. And they pitch straight up, giving me a free missile shot once they stall out. I never die. I simply chose to let them kill me, since I ran out of gas twice this game and decided to pop it back up midway through. This game ended up being 25 minutes long, and as a wise Ash Ketchum once said, the best defense is a good offense. You can't really kill me if I kill literally everyone. Of course, that's when my gas doesn't run out. Now, let's see what made them so mad. I started this game really slowly with a single kill. And about 4 minutes into the game, I shoot an AIM-9G from 4 kilometers away at Baker9391 flying a Canberra. Now, he doesn't see it and he dies. Afterwards, I get some more kills. Now once again, I shoot a missile at Baker9391, and he is completely oblivious. And after this, he sends his first fan mail of the day. Truly inspirational words. Now, this whole time, a Meteor and an F4D have been running me down, which I will absolutely lose a close quarters fight against. So I kill another 2 people while these guys are beelining for me, and Baker of course sends another piece of fan mail. Once again, truly inspirational words. Here, the F4D is still on me, so I decide to just fly into my spawn and let my teammates kill him. I decide to bring him into the thick of it, and now everybody knows. Now, even with 4 people actively shooting at him, he still decides to fire an AIM-9B at me, which I flare immediately. I don't want to dogfight him, so I made my team do it instead. Anyway, more killing. And it's been 13 minutes. Not much has happened, but I'm definitely out of fuel, so I try to conserve fuel. And I'm feeling lazy, so I let this F-84 kill me. This is 100% not a skill issue. Now I get set on fire and it's looking bad. Luckily, I extinguished the fire. However, my engine's dead, and my plane really wants to fall out of the sky. However, I still got 2 AIM-9Gs on me. I fire one at the Lim 5, and the F-84 decides to set me on fire again. However, in the last second before I lose control, I manage to get a shot off on Halpit, who sends his first fan mail of the day. And War Thunder hid this chat message from me, so I literally couldn't even respond to it. And as I respond, I witnessed the single funniest moment of the entire match. You see these 3 people right here? Yeah, this is 75% of the entire remaining enemy team, who in the next 2 seconds will all be dead. Let's do a little magic trick here. We give them the nice one in chat, and this actually sparks this argument in the team chat. Immediately afterward, I get another missile shot on Halpin, and soon after, Baker9391 says he's got 1 jet, telling his team to kill me, which will make me unable to respawn and they would probably win. However, he is once again reminded by his team that he has 0 kills and 5 deaths and is no longer respawning. Man, the enemy team is just doing my job for me. For the rest of the match, I go around killing the bombers while stalling to let my team catch up on tickets. However, I overcommit to a B-29 and get my engine crit. I end the game off by just stalling the F-84 and running away from the last guy. Now, the other team also claims that I'm a premium player who sucks at guns, which I would like to believe otherwise. My next video will probably be my revised aim guide that I'm working on, or the P47D28 video, if I manage to get a good game in it. Also, I am completely free to play, with the exception of 1.3 thousand golden eagles I bought but never spent. Every single premium I've had is actually obtained through the War Bonds shop or events. We won the game, and however, for some reason, the Nvidia software registered me as tabbed out at the end, and I didn't get the cool ending card. So, this mission accomplished screen will have to do. Hopefully you trust me. Lastly, a little glimmer of hope in this sea of hate mail. Skylar X on my team. They start cheering me on and saying, "Good job." And remember, that little glimmer of hope will grow into the sun and cover everything beneath it in its brightness.